Hey team, I'm Alexandra Eidenberg. I'm the president and founder of Mom Plus Baby and president and co-founder of The Insurance People, an amazing insurance practice where we do all your favorite things. I'm excited to be here today with Emily Lonigro Boylan. She is an amazing woman. She happens to be on the board of Mom Plus Baby, and she's also the owner of a great firm called LimeRed. And I'm excited to learn more about what Emily has going on. She not only is an amazing woman, she's also an amazing mom. And today we're going to be talking about mompreneurship and the amazing way to serve both on the home front and the work front at the same time and have that happy medium in your life. Emily, tell us more about you. What do you have going on?
Oh, everything. I have everything going on at the same time. I think that's what defines us all, right? Well, I own a 10-year-old company called LimeRed Studio, and we do design and development for the social sector. So we're concentrating in nonprofit, social enterprise, and university work. We do branding and web development and design. So I've been doing this for about 10 years, and I had my daughter in January of 2013. So it's been a transition since then.
Yeah. So you were a business owner prior
That's
to
right.
starting a family. Now, do you plan on growing your family? Do you want more kids in the mix?
Yes, maybe with a little bit more strategy and planning on the business end to make sure that I figure out what I learned from doing that the first time and making some changes the next time. For sure. Yeah.
Definitely learn from experience.
Yes.
Now, how have you incorporated Ginger into your business or, really kept the two separate? I think that we all choose to run our businesses differently.
I'm not really sure. For her first 6 months of life, she came with me to the office.
Excellent.
I took 3 months off for maternity leave, but I checked my email and I sent my first email 2 days after she was born, which is good and bad, I think. But yeah, she came with me to the office until she was about 7 months old when I started to get a nanny to come in and help full time. I mean, she was little, so I could do it. It was a little disruptive, but you kind of do the best with what you have, and that's what I had to do, so it worked out.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So yeah, and I've actually, my client base has shifted more toward education and then working with Mom Plus Baby and doing a lot more for women and children's groups. Just maybe it's because I'm a mom, but it's also just what has been happening, which is kind of interesting.
Has becoming a mom changed your target market at LimeRed?
No, not at all. We were always in the social sector. We were always only doing work that makes people's lives better. That's always been a thing that I've always wanted to do. I spend a lot of time in consumer goods and big agencies, small business, luxury, real estate, doing design and branding for all those industries, and really in my core, doing work that serves public good is what I have to do in order to be able to sleep at night.
Totally, I hear you. That's why I'm in insurance, because it helps me sleep at night. Just saying. No, but I totally respect where you're coming from. I know that in my own practice, I really try to take on clients that are treating their employees well and just really that harmonious way of taking on business ownership versus, just kind of targeting those large corporations and feel like you're not serving.
Yeah.
So not only are you making an impact within your own company with who you work with, tell us more about what you're doing in the community.
Well, yeah. We look at, our community starts with my employees, I think. And so I've been making some changes to become a certified B Corporation. And part of that is to institute a maternity leave policy, which we're under 25, so we don't actually have to comply with national standards. But we are offering paid leave, and I just believe that it's important for women in the workplace to have those kinds of things, even in a small business situation. All our work is community focused. So we work with universities, which has communities, obviously, nonprofits, which are community-based, and a lot of social enterprises that are built on their community-based. So ultimately, that's sort of the bar for the work that we do. It has to serve a community. It has to make people's lives better. So we do a lot of research into what defines a community, what people want, how they relate to each other. But at the core of it, for us and for design and web development, is all about communication and about connecting with people on a really human, authentic way, authentic level.
Yeah.
Which other people, people talk about that all the time, but it can be hard to do.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I love what you're doing with maternity leave, and I know that we're collaborating with Mom Plus Baby to actually get our legislators to help us with that. And we talked a lot about small business getting a tax credit for offering maternity leave.
Yeah.
And we, for me, ultimately, if women are able to stay in the workplace, it's not only good for them, but also that company and also us as a nation. When we support women during childbearing years, big things happen. So I'm excited to work with you on getting a tax credit for that. What does mompreneurship mean for you?
You know what's funny is I was always an entrepreneur before I was a mom, and I never really thought I was going to be a mom, and then I got married later and had a kid, and that was never really in the plan. The plan was always to run a business, and I did that really well. The mom stuff, it's funny because it's amazing. It's the best thing I ever did, really. I had a very bumpy journey after I had Ginger.
As many of us do.
Yeah, for new business development, because I'm the key new business person, and just some other internal things that were going on. But being a mom has really lowered my bar for, can I swear?
You're not supposed to.
Okay, I won't. for BS. Let's put it that way. Because
the BS bar is lower.
The BS bar is lower. I want to spend time with Ginger. I want to spend quality time with her. I work 4 days in the office, and I have Fridays with her, and I work during nap time. But I have a very limited amount of time to actually get work done, so I really have to be strategic and efficient in that work time. So extraneous meetings, extraneous phone calls, just garbage that happens that I would usually have put up with for the last 8 years of my life. I just don't have the time to put up with that anymore. And it's actually made me a more efficient business owner, which I think is great.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
I always wonder how people dealt with me prior to kids. Like, was I just that disconnected from what was happening?
I know.
And, having children is such a natural thing. I mean, people are doing it all over the world on a regular basis, and I feel like I was living in a hole previous to that, but I agree with you. The BS goes out the door.
It does. And there's more of a community of other moms who have started and founded businesses or any stage in their momness, pregnancy to wherever. And it's just nice to have that community to talk to, because I think what we go through is very unique, and it's hard to relate if you haven't done it.
Do you think that having a kid, hurt your business in any way or change your business in a negative way?
It's funny because I was speaking at the Booth School for the graduate women in business, and they asked me, like, what were some of the things that you did that were harder obstacles for your business, and I said, well, having the baby was probably one of the worst things I've ever done for my. Well, I had some things in place, but I really didn't pay attention to. I do new business all day long. Mm-hmm. I'm the salesperson. I'm the head of my company. I'm the vision. So for me to be out on maternity leave or not being in it and paying attention to that one thing, really reverberated through the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Instead of paying attention, I should have paid attention more to that than to actually managing the work, and just delegated that all a little bit better. But instead I just kept tabs on the work. So now I know, and that's great to know. Totally and I can tell everyone else what to do and how to help out, so that's nice.
I think that you never know what's going to happen until it actually goes down. And I know for myself, I'm really lucky to have a great staff and, a good team in place, but you don't realize what becoming a mom means to you. And already, minus the kids, the whole process of filling the pipeline, working the pipeline, and coordinating.
It's a lot of work.
It's challenging. Then you throw a baby in the mix, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
So, and I'll tell you, like right now, we're expecting our third. I'm not just, hanging out over here. That is a baby bump. For me, I always get nervous that I'm going to either lose business or not earn business while pregnant. And it's amazing that response of you carrying child that can really have a negative effect on your sales process.
A lot of other processes too. When I was pregnant, it was before ACA.
Yeah,
and
Affordable Care Act.
Yes, and I went through insurance underwriting while pregnant because my policy was up, and my rates went up 36.1% because at the time pregnancy was a pre-existing condition. So
glad
that was ridiculous, and I'm so glad that's not going to happen again, maybe to that extent. But being pregnant and being a woman and being a business owner and doing sales, it is really hard. I think people don't take you as seriously. Yeah. They think that you're not going to come back. They think you may just fold your business, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And
it made me work harder.
It was really hard. Yeah.
Well, I'm so excited to spend time with you. What cool projects are you working on right now that maybe we can support you on?
Oh, we're doing so much cool stuff. Right now we're building a huge website for USC admissions, which is exciting because we get to do some kind of experimental things in that build. I'm really excited about that. Working with a small children's theater company in Evanston called Mudlark Theater, and I just love their mission. These guys are so talented and so smart, and the kids go through this program, and it's very professional theater that they're doing, and we're really excited to work with them. We have a lot of other little non-profit, things that we work with and things that we do that are really exciting, and I like it because it's all making a real impact in communities, which that's what it's good. It's good. If you're going to work this hard, should do something like that.
Yeah, do something good.
It's easier.
And what's your website?
It's LimeRedStudio.com.
Awesome. And your Twitter handle?
At LimeRed Studio. Easy peasy.
I love all this easy. I'm Alexandra Eidenberg. This is another amazing mompreneurship interview. Please check out more mompreneurship interviews at meetadvisors.com. Thanks so much.
Thank you.